Hello there, Dementia Man here. As you can see in the picture here, it's a Dell. It's a Octoplex 360. This one's got no power. I don't exactly know what's wrong with it. Anyway, let's dive into it. I don't know how this is going to look because this is quite a big unit on my little bench. What's it say? US some disk. I may have had a look at this before. Can't remember. This isn't a video to repair this. This is just a video to say how you take this particular one apart. I'll do my best to show most of it. But right now, the first thing you do on these is make sure it's unplugged, obviously. Now, see this little blue tab here? Give that a pull and it releases. You can slide this back, the CD-ROM drive. It wasn't connected anyway. It's just all normal plugs. Let's get a date off of this for us. Don't mean a thing to me. I can't see the date on this. It's made in China. Oh, hang on. Here we go. 2009. How old is that? Well, quite old. Now, the hard drive's all been removed from this one, but this and this, there's two catches here. The hard drive sits in this bit here. You pull the catches in and slide the plastic, this bit out, and that's the actual hard drive caddy. It takes special Dell screws to hold the hard drive. It was just an ordinary Western Digital, just a standard size. You can put SSDs into these. You know, there's no problem doing that. The next bit that I normally do is I remove the heatsink. And on this, it's just screw down here, down this piece here. You can hear the spring, and then one this side. It's just one screw each side. Just unscrew it. Oh, it's a long screw. That's it. That's that one. Unscrew them a little bit even, you know, just to stop it straining anything. Right, then what you do is you get hold of this piece, and I don't think I'm released on one side, am I? I'm not released somewhere. Now, when you lift this up, now the CPU and the heatsink come off with this. Not the CPU, but the heatsink that goes on the CPU comes off. So if it's been on there a while, you're actually pulling against the CPU. So just ease it a little bit. Yeah, that's it released. Look, you see that? The way it's constructed. Bit of dirt in this one. Not over dirty. It's really quite a nice design. Big chunk of aluminium there. Heat paste is not very. It's still no. I would say that was due for a change anyway. Put it out of the way. This one's actually quite a good one. Now, the next thing to do is this fan, this front panel. The fan's on a front panel, which has got a little catch down this side, if I'm remembering it right. No, I may be getting it wrong a little bit here. Take any notice of that. That was a deliberate mistake. Right, now down here in this piece here, ignore this ribbon for now. You got the catch with the multi-plug on it. Push the catch in. This has been on there for years, and then off comes this plug. Can pull out all the SATAs. Cool. In which there are 2 on this one, because it only takes two drives. You can put others in them. So that's the SATA leads out. Now I'm going to remove the power supply. Now you can't remove the power supply. There's 2 screws in the back on this one. Just normal screws. Now down towards the front, you got this lead here, which has to be unplugged. This is the V-core power to the CPU. It's on a... Now you can normally get these out without taking the board out. But you have to make the wires come out through that. There's a metal piece there that you have to try and get by without because they tuck it down underneath there. Now what I'm going to do is I can't get that out from underneath that. This one's very close on that next post there. Down in there there's that piece of metal. This is actually fixed to the case, it's riveted into the bottom, so you can't take that out. So what you would do is I will now undo the motherboard posts. It's a piece at the back that can just come out. You see this piece, you just pick it up, it comes out. In this case you want to add another card in there. This one's actually got all the sockets in it. Just comes out like that. Big dust bunny there, look at that. Bring that over here. One there. You can see the ones that are holding the board in. You can't, you know, there's no the big chunky ones in these. One over that corner. I don't know how much of this is getting in shot. It's a bit. Another one down in there in front of the SATA sockets. Did I miss any? Can't see no others. Now you see this plug here, it's normally a job to get out, these ones are. So I normally take it off out the front here. They really are tight, these Dell ones. Yeah, see, it's just it's a multi-plug. It does. This goes off the board to the front buttons. Two more screws on this. This bracket here holds the heatsink and that. They go into a boss in the bottom. So unscrew these ones. Fairly straightforward, these ones are, the 360s. I used to work on them a lot. I used to, you could pick these up for nothing, about, you know, because they're quite old now. I had 3 of them given to me. And you see now that comes out like that. You see how that goes back in? Just sits in there like that. That screw don't want to come out, we'll leave it in there. Now the board is actually free now. I mean free, not free. Am I saying that wrong? I'm sorry. Bit of stickiness to this, there is. Oh, there's another screw there, look, under the fluff. Let's just put that in the bin. I had a screw hiding underneath the fluff. So there's 2 over this corner. That would have been bad, wouldn't it, if I'd snapped the board. They come out at an angle like that. You see the way that's coming out? And there's the board. Well, obviously when you reassemble this, as you reassemble it, you clean everything off. You just literally dust everything out. Now here's that wire that wouldn't come out past there. Now I always put this back in along the top. I don't bother with it threading underneath. Now on the back of the power supply you see a lever. It's sticking out. You've undone the 2 screws at the back, which were here, and then you push this lever down and push the power supply that way, and out it comes. Look at the dust in this. That's the power supply. Now we go back to this bit, which is the fan, which I was trying to get out. So obviously you've got to put the board in, the fan in before the board. And here's the fan. They're nice fans, these are. Oh, it's a little bit sticky. Bit of dust. A bit of dust. It's probably a lot. As you can see, it's pretty dirty, this one is. I don't take out the front panel. There's no need to. You see that panel there with all the lights on the front? That's basically the strip down. And what you would do now is you'd physically take it outside and dust it all down. But we're going to have a look at this. The board itself. Here I am. I'm back. Now, you saw basically how that's done. It's a straightforward. Doesn't take long, does it? Really. This one's actually got a PCIe Express 16 slot. You can put all sorts of things into there. You can still buy the cards and everything. An ordinary PC slot. And a smaller one. That's a full size. That's a smaller. I don't know much about the slots. The BIOS battery. That's the south bridge, I believe. The north bridge is over here under this heatsink. I think I'm saying it right. Dementia people sometimes get things wrong. Here's the memory. Cool, that's well in there. The dirt on that, it's PC2, 1 gigabyte. So this is a 2 gigabyte one slots, one in each slot. Take them out. Everything just needs dusting off with a brush. Let's see what processor this had in it. Let's have a look. It's a Pentium dual core 2.6 gigahertz with, I can't see that. It's a E5300 Intel Pentium. That's a pretty good. You know, this could still be useful for. Yeah, probably still do internet and stuff like that. Obviously, there's no wireless card in it. You'd have to connect it to the Ethernet and make it a bit more useful. There's a dirt in it. What else can I show you on this? There's not much else on this. On the back, it's very useful. You've got the Ethernet, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 USB 2.0s. On the front that connects with this lead, you've got another. It's another 2 USBs, as well as the headphone socket and microphone socket. That's a little that there is the little beeper that beeps when things are not right. But this one didn't even. But I had the power supply comes on because you have a light on the board. It could be something as silly as a power button. Should have dusted this off before I took that memory out, because there's dirt getting down inside there now. On the back of these, nothing. They're really nicely made. Is there any heat sinks on the back? Anywhere? No. Now on some of these Dells, when you take them out, you find a heat pad in a certain area. But this one hasn't got any of them. So it's obviously ain't powerful enough to need it. The fan is a straightforward thing. It's very tight. It's on the bearings. That one's taken apart, I think, and sometimes you can just pull these off. Not this time. Might have a circlip in the back there. 0.660 of an amp, so it's three quarter, just over half an amp to run that, which ain't bad. 0.60, 1000 is yeah, just over half amp. Now the heatsink bit, I think I showed you this, but we'll have another look at it. What a nice design. Look at that. It's almost a work of art, isn't it? It's, you know, the way they've designed these. You know, whoever ever thought of building these? To clean that, you just spread that and take it out, like that. There it is. There's just the heatsink on its own. What a nice thing! It looks good on its own. That does. Well, that's it. Now, putting it back together is exactly the same as taking it apart. Now, by the time I've cleaned it all up and reassembled it, you know. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a part 2 to this video of me putting it back together. There may be a video of me taking this apart. But I'd rather just dust this off on the outside, put it all back, and see if it was something else that was stopping it going. Because it had a light, a 5-volt light, on the motherboard, it might be it's something else that was stopping it booting up. Anyway, I'll see you again. That was nice and short compared to the compact F700. Oh, that's all working, by the way. I put it all back together, completely working. Doesn't shut down anymore. I was using it earlier today for about 3 hours and playing music on it, and I recorded a few more CDs onto it. Didn't shut down once. Didn't do a thing wrong. So jumping that MOSFET cured it. Now, I'm not saying there's no fault on that one, on the F700. I'm not saying there's no fault there. Just means that why the gate didn't have power, I don't really want to know. It gets so involved, they do, when you start going down the tracks and all that, see where it come from, and you could end up where it's just there's a tiny bit of criteria that the power management chip wants to have that isn't there anymore, or it could be so many things on old laptops. But anyway, if you are jumping MOSFETs, only the first 2, because a lot of the other MOSFETs are actually power supplies. They're using them as regulation for the voltage. You know, so you can't just jump. You have 19 on one side, nothing on the other. That's because them particular MOSFETs are not switched on until there's power to the board, until you've actually pressed the power button, and then that 19 might become 12 or 10 before it goes on to be knocked down again for, say, a 5-volt. On the newer laptops, they tend to use dual MOSFETs and power management chips for every single lot. Every single power supply has its own power management. It's just the way they're built. But that particular one, it had that whole bank at one side, which done the 5 volt and the 3.3. That was actually everything now would be built into a couple of chips. That's it. You wouldn't have that bank of MOSFETs here regulating power. Anyway, I'm going to clean all this off. Not today. I've got to go in a minute. I've got something going on. Anyway, I hope you liked this video. Thank you for the people that are subscribing to me. With dementia, it's I just enjoy doing the videos. It's nice that people do subscribe, but I don't understand all this YouTube stuff and that. I'm just doing the videos and hoping it helps someone out. Give someone. It's a bit like watching soap operas, isn't it? You see me all the time. I try and do one a week. I try and do, but some weeks I can do 3 or 4. Depends what I've got to do. Anyway, as I say, I'm going to clean all this up, and I'll do another video of putting it back together, which takes a little bit longer. Thank you for watching. Hopefully you are. Bye now.